right. Hey, ladies and gents. I am back. This is week 3 of our GLAM Talk series. And today we are going to talk about being at the end of your rope. So I hope this thing focuses because we are actually driving. We are on our way to the church picnic. So we are driving and the sun keeps coming in this car and there's no way for me to figure this mess out. So we're going to have to roll with it today. But I am riding, as you can see, with my boo thing.
What a dope, what a dope.
He is here, so he will actually be listening to me film today. And I guess he's going to be the one keeping me on track, making sure I am leading you all in the right direction. So let's get started. All right. So, like I said, the topic today is going to be on being at the end of your rope. And that is the Bible verse that we're focusing on today will be Matthew 5 and 3. And it's from the Message Translation Bible. And it's saying, you're blessed when you're at the end of your rope. With less of you, there is more of God and His rule. So, like when I first read it, I was thinking, like, how can you actually be blessed when you're at the end of your rope? Like, dude, that don't even make sense to me. Like, when I think of being at the end of my rope, I'm thinking of like, dude, I just can't take no more. Like, I am ready to just give up. So where is the blessing and feeling defeated? So when I was talking with my husband about, like, well, how am I going to speak on this verse if I don't really truly understand it myself? And he gave me a really good situation that just happened to me maybe a week ago. Basically, to give you a little bit of background, I work in the education field, so I really have a heart for youth, children, all of that. But recently, a couple of years ago, I got a job where I left the district that I had worked for over 11 years to work for, it was sort of like a promotion, but the position that I have, I no longer work with the youth or the children. I don't get to see them every day like I used to. I now work with, like, the directors and the supervisors of the child care facilities or in those districts. So I mean, it's good, and I understand that I'm impacting more people by working with them. I impact more youth. But for me, it's been really, really hard because I'm not in the trenches. Like, I want to be next to the youth. I want to be next to the children. Like, that's where I feel like I make a difference at. So the other day, I called my husband, like, dude, I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm ready to quit. Like, I don't feel like I'm doing what I've been called to do where I'm at. So I'm talking about at my wit's end. Like, I'm not getting out my car today. I am about to go and drive back home. Like, that's where I was at. Like, I'm done. I'm going to go tell them I'm finished and I'm out of here. But anyway, so I was at my end of the rope. So I didn't know what else to do. So I just called my husband. And after explaining to him and telling him what was going on, he was like, well, let's just go ahead and get in prayer on this. Like, let's just get a prayer game on. So he just decided to pray for me and the situation that I was going through. And after that, we hung up the phone and I went on into work. But anyway, this lady that I work with, that she works in my office, but I don't necessarily work with her, so I don't know her that well, ended up coming and starting a conversation with me about purpose, like our purpose in life. And like, the conversation went to where I empowered her, but she then empowered me. Like, it felt like the prayers that my husband had just prayed for me had been answered. Like, it was the blessing that I received at the end of my rope. It was when I had done all I could. I didn't know what else to do but call on Jesus. I did that, and our conversation ended up to where I now was empowered for the mission that we was here to do. Like, I didn't talk to her. She didn't know anything about this. None of that. Like, I didn't lead the conversation, anything. It just went there. And like, when I was finished, I finished talking to her feeling so powerful as to what my calling was and to what I needed to do, and how every single thing that I do is just a stair step to get to what I ultimately want to do, and like, in order to give back to God, you know. So with that being said, I was blessed at the end of my rope. I hope that makes sense as to what I'm trying to say. But it's just like, basically, He knows that with us as humans, we can be stubborn sometimes. And it's hard to let go, and it's hard to admit that And it's hard to admit that I can't do it all. So he's saying at the end of your rope is when it takes for most of us to go ahead and say, you know what, God, I done all I could try to do, and I can't handle this. I need you. And that's exactly when the blessing comes into place, that when we're able to say, I can't do it. And not only the situation that I spoke of, but thinking of us as women, like the society that we live in today makes everything like we got to be Miss Independent. I'm independently, I can do this, I can do that. I don't need nobody to do nothing for me. I can do it all on my own. But God is saying, no, that's not how it works. Like, you can't do nothing on your own. You need me. So it takes us to have to fall, bump our heads, like get to the end of the rope before it's like, dude, why am I doing all of this when all I got to do is call on my creator to begin with? Like, he got me. So that's really all I had to say, I guess. When you're at the end of your rope, don't give up. The thing you need to do is call on the Lord, and it'll all work itself out. So I hope all my rambling actually got to you, and you kind of can understand where I'm coming from. But it's Labor Day. We about to go eat, and we about to have a good time. So see y'all later. Peace out. Wait, did I say everything I was supposed to say?
Yes, so they'll let you know.
All right, y'all heard them, ladies. Let me know.
Let you know.
Alright, y'all heard them, ladies. Let me know. So, the question, though, I guess it is a giveaway that we're trying to add on to here. We didn't even think about it. But the question that we're going to run is that, have you ever felt like you was at the end of your rope? I don't know. Hold on. Alright, so for the giveaway for this week, I don't necessarily need you to share with me your story, but I just want you to think about a time that you've been at the end of your rope. I mean, it could be a time from the past. You could currently be hanging on to the end of that rope right now. All I want you to do, think about that time. Stop right now. Pray about it. Let the Lord know that you need his supernatural powers to intercede, or you can't make it. Let him know that you understand that you must be dependent upon him in order to get through this. So that's all I need you to do. Once you said that prayer, comment with the word prayer game, and you'll be entered into this week's giveaway. So until next week, we out.